Hello everybody, Mr. Mobs here, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different to the normal content I do on this channel. I'm going to be doing an unboxing video for the new Pico 4 Ultra. It was released a couple of days ago, so I think the 20th of September. Mine arrived yesterday, but due to a few personal reasons, I wasn't able to open it or record any recording until today. So I thought it'd be quite nice to do a unboxing video. For those of you that haven't already seen, I'm sure there's plenty of unboxing videos already on YouTube. But yeah, I want to do my own kind of unboxing, first impressions, and kind of just talk you through my thoughts on the Pico 4 Ultra. I am currently a Quest 3 user, as I'm sure a lot of you will know. Um, Prior to owning a Quest 3, I did have a Pico 4. Um, so yeah, I do have a bit of experience with Pico and obviously with Meta as well with the Quest line. I've had Quest 1, 2 and 3. So yeah, I just wanted to do an unboxing video. For those of you who don't know anything about Pico or the Pico 4 Ultra in particular, Pico is a owned by or developed by ByteDance, who also do TikToks. It's a Chinese company. They are the alternative, I guess, to Meta. They've been in the VR market for quite a while, although consumer-based level, more recent, I guess. Meta's or formerly Oculus has kind of been around in the consumer market for a lot longer. Got a kind of more developed shop and library of games and things like that, and user interface, all that type of thing. But Pico, having said that, still doing a pretty good job in my opinion in a lot of ways. So anyway, yeah, the Ultra is, I guess it's somewhere between the Quest 3 and the Quest 2, so it's better than the Quest 2. It's got the new Snapdragon Gen 2 XR2 Gen 2 chip. It's actually got more RAM than a Quest 3. It's got 12 gigabyte of RAM, 256 gigabyte of storage, um, Wi-Fi 7. It's got 32 megapixel pass-through cameras. The screen's 2160 by 2160. Only a 90 hertz refresh rate with pancake lenses of field of view of about 105 degrees. So actually, on paper, a lot of the specs for this surpass the specs of the Quest 3. Um, so I think in many ways there are some improvements here to the Quest 3, but in other ways it's going to be a bit of a downgrade. One thing in particular that kind of sticks out is they're using the same type of lenses that they used in the Pico 4, which are pancake lenses, which is great. When I moved from my Quest 2 to a Pico 4, there was an obvious jump there. It was really nice, the smaller form factor, better lenses, brilliant, but there was quite a lot of lens glare. Moving from my Pico 4 to the Quest 3 was a bit of a sideways move in lots of ways, but the lenses in the Quest 3 were better than the Pico 4. You didn't get as much glare. You still do get glare, but it's not as bad. So yeah, I've heard that the lenses or the optical stack is exactly the same for the 4 Ultra as it is for the 4. So I'm not expecting anything to be different there as far as like lens glare and stuff like that. Anyway, just want to give you a bit of a lowdown about the Pico 4 Ultra if you didn't know anything about it. This is an unboxing video, so I'm not going to do I'm not gonna like start it up and do like hands-on impressions. Just want to do an unboxing, give you a thought of like the form factor, what it looks like, and so on. And then I'll do a separate video where I'm kind of giving you my thoughts on how it plays and so on. So the actual box itself, here you go. Pico 4 Ultra says down there 12 gigabyte RAMs, 256 gigabyte ROM, which is storage. It's also got a big old Wi-Fi 7 in the corner there, so they wanted to show that off. On the back here, you've got a few games: Angry Birds, Demio, what else we got here? Synth Riders, Arizona Sunshine, Ghost of Tabor, VR Chat, Puzzling Places, and Blades and Sorcery Nomads. One thing that's mentioned a lot when Pico gets brought up, in comparison to the Quest 3, is the lack of games that it has. But in my opinion, it's clearly like that. If you're looking the sheer the amount, the number of games from Quest 3 to Pico 4 or Ultra Pico, whatever you want to call it. Quest line does have a lot more games, but a lot of the bigger titles are on both. Yeah, there are some Quest exclusives, not arguing the point there. But actually, a lot of the bigger ones are on both. If you look, day one of the Pico coming out, or Pico 4, there wasn't so many. So a lot of people kind of repeat that same narrative that was true a few years ago, but since then a lot of the games have come out on both. But I'm not trying to say that the library is as big, because it's not, and some of them haven't been updated to the same standard as the Quest 3, so there are some differences there. I'm impartial, by the way. I really enjoy my Quest 3. I use it, well, not every day now because it's quite warm at the moment, but most days I use it, really enjoy it. When I had my Pico 4, really enjoyed that. So I'm not here to sell you one or the other, or to tell you one's better than the other. Not in this video anyway. But yeah, anyway, so I'm rambling on. So it's got like a cellophane. Let me just switch camera angles so you can see better. There we go. Got my knife here. Right, cellophane outer wrapping. So I'm going to try and carefully cut through that. Like I say, this is my first unboxing video, so it'll probably all go wrong. I'll end up cutting myself and have to finish it in A&E. Hopefully I won't cut myself. Okay, so it's got cellophane wrapping on there. Let's get rid of that. Oh, this is not how you should open boxes, by the way. Health and safety warning for anyone who's watching. There we go. Let's get rid of that. So we're into the actual box itself. I will say straight away, on the back, the pictures of the games printed, they look a little bit faded almost. It doesn't look quite as glossy as you'd expect a box to be. It's like faded. It says, play all day, built to perform, endless entertainment, brings memories to life. Oh yeah, so this is another nice little feature. You can actually record spatial videos using the headset. So with the Quest 3, it has been enabled to play spatial videos, but you need to record them on a phone or a device that's capable of recording them. But with this, it will record them, and it's also got a special, it's got like 4 mics or something like that, so it does spatial audio as well, which is quite fun. So I might have to try that out. Okay, so it's got this sleeve thing here, so if I just open that like that, and then you have like an inner plain white, where's my camera, work it out, plain white box. You can't really see on there, but it has got a Pico logo embossed on there. So this sleeve unwraps. I'll put that to one side. I do like to try and keep all my boxes for my all my tech. I try and keep them nice, so put that one out of the way. So yeah, you can't really see, but it does say Pico over there. I'm assuming this just slides off like that. Hopefully it doesn't drop on the floor. Okay, so straight away you can see it. Now here's the controllers. Sorry if it's a bit blurry, by the way. I'm doing my best. Like I said, this is my first unboxing, so sorry if I do have any kind of technical issues. So these are the controllers. Now, straight away, they feel heavier than the Quest 3 controller. I will do a bit of side-by-side comparison in a minute. They feel sturdier, though. I actually quite like the feel of these. Now, with the Pico 4 controllers, they felt a little bit flimsy, to be honest with you. I did like the way the rings went kind of that way rather than round compared to the old Quest 2 back in the day, but they did feel a bit flimsy. These feel a lot more solid. They look kind of plasticky, to be honest with you. It's got like a kind of shiny plastic, but I do like them. I do like them. They're quite cool. Thumbstick's a bit small. I'd have preferred a slightly bigger thumbstick. But I like the weight of them, even though they're heavier than the Quest 3. So yeah, quite like these, you know. And they've got like a textured backing on as well. So this back, sorry, I keep on forgetting which camera I'm on. This back is all kind of textured. I imagine that probably gets a bit grimy and a bit grotty after a long time playing, but there we go. And I think they take 2 AA batteries in each one. So I don't know how much battery life you get out of those. I think my Pico 4 was pretty good with the battery life, to be fair. I didn't have to change it that often from memory. So here's the... Oh, it feels nice and light, that does. Blimey. Okay, that's really cool. I'm really surprised by that, actually. Wow. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll do, like I say, a side by side with my Quest 3, but it may be just me, but that does feel like super light in comparison to the Quest 3. Right, so anyway, let me show you what we've got here. We have the front, which has at the moment got a load of different plastic protection on. It's pretty much looks like a Pico 4. In fact, I think it's identical to a Pico 4. I don't know, they might have made a few little design changes. Really nice head strap that comes with it. Now that was something, again, sorry to keep on going back to the Pico 4, but that was something I really liked with the Pico 4, was that the head strap and everything, you get it all in one. You don't have to then go and spend a load more money on additional stuff. You can do, obviously, although this doesn't, or the old one doesn't clip off, and I don't think this one does either. No, you've got the volume up and down here, so this is like a built-in head strap. You won't be able to remove it, which you may or may not like. This is the battery in the back, so they've situated the battery in the back. The front doesn't house the battery. I got into a bit of an argument with someone online about thermals, and they were saying how the battery didn't make any difference to the thermals, and in my opinion they do. I mean, for a couple of reasons. I believe the battery does get warm, although they do use special battery tech in VR to try and prevent that. But on top of that, having the battery in the front just means that there's no room, or everything's cramped down, so there's not a lot of breathing space for everything else that's going on in there. Whereas the Pico, because it's at the back, they've got more space at the front. The Pico 4 had like a fan, and it would actually blow on your face a bit, which takes a bit of getting used to. But what that meant was good air circulation. You don't get up the foggy lenses that you used to on the Quest 2, because that was what it was back then. And yeah, it was just a better design for the thermals. Quest 3, the reason I haven't been playing as much in the summer is because it just gets so hot. I do a lot of PC VR and stuff, and I just find it's too hot on my face. So that was something I did miss from the old Pico, and I suspect this is probably the same. Anyway, so yeah, if I try and peel all this lot off, all this covering they've got everywhere, we'll have a quick look. Peel the bottom section off first, boop, and then let's put that over. I suppose I don't really need to keep the sticky stuff, do I? I can go in the bin. And the next bit. Boop, like that. I'll just peel it all off, and then I'll show you in the camera what it looks like. And this bit's a bit tricky. Don't want to scratch it at all. Although it does look like, is that just a plastic? So I should be able to peel this bit off, but it's not coming off. You need nails apparently for this. I really don't want to scratch it, but it's stuck on quite well, which is annoying. Is it supposed to go the other way? Can I peel it from the middle? There we go. Right, let's try and get the fingerprints off. So straight away you can see, looks lovely. It's a nice finish on the front, but it's also very, where am I looking? There we go. Very shiny. So you can already see my fingerprints on there, which is, I guess, not so great. So you just gotta like not touch the front at all. Otherwise it's gonna not look as good. Not that you really care what it looks like, but I think that looks quite cool, personally. So visually, if out of the two, let me just peel off the rest of these. There's one here. That's come off a lot easier. That's for the charger. Let's put that to one side. Boop. And then there's one at the back here. Boop. Don't know, I'm making sound effects for peeling off labels. Makes it more fun for you guys, maybe. And there's another one here. I remember my old Pico 4, there was tons of stuff everywhere to peel off. Which if you like kind of doing that sort of thing, then you can have a whale of a time. Get that in the bin as well. Shall I take off the lensings? I might as well. That one. Let's put them. I like to keep them. And put that on that side, eh? Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Right, that one and that one. Okay, so we have the finished product, and it does look like a Pico 4 with some additional cameras. Oh, there's another one here to peel off. I thought I peeled them all off. Doop. Okay, start again. As I was saying, the finished product. Pico. You can see probably not very well because the strap is in the way. What am I doing here? I'm trying to show you the lenses. But yeah, so they do have pancake lenses. It does have auto IPD, not an auto IPD, but a mechanical IPD adjustment on there, which so it's not a manual one, but you have like a number come up on the screen. It's got like I like the way these attach. It's a magnet, so it easily comes on and off, but not too easy that it's just going to come off mid gameplay. But yeah, I quite like all that. You know, it's definitely a nicer design. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move these boxes out of the way, and I'm going to get my Quest 3. Oh, hang on, let's just have a quick look, see what you get as far as chargers and stuff, because this is a 45 watt capable charging, but yeah, as I thought I'd read that you don't actually get the charging block, you just get the cable, and you get a glasses spacer. So in here you've got the straps, a cable, and a glasses spacer if you wear glasses so you don't scratch the lenses. So you need to have a charging block. Now the Quest 3 came with its own charging block, but it's only 18 watts. Not many people know, but the Quest 3 does actually support well, I say not many people know, I have not seen it readily available online, but the Quest 3 does support what's it called, 45 watt charging via the little pins on the bottom for the charging dock. So I do have a 45 watt charger which I can charging block which I could use for this. I will put it on charge at some point. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Quest 3 up here, and it's fairly holding it is, I mean it's heavier because right, okay, let me explain, let me get everything up here. Okay, so we have, move my mouse out of the way, got side by sides. Okay, so here we've obviously got the two headsets. There is a noticeable weight difference, not as noticeable as I thought, but when you take the Pico out of the box, it is definitely lighter. There's no doubt about that. I'll have to get the specs. So I've got here the official Elite strap, which I know a lot of people don't go for. They prefer the Bobo ones. I've got the official Elite strap, and then the facial interface is also official. I hate it. I want to change that. And then obviously everything is just out of the box with the Pico. So there is definitely a weight difference there, but that's because I've got a battery on the front of this Quest 3 and I've got a battery on the back. Whereas the Pico, there's only a battery on the back, but the weight distribution is more even. So yeah, it's Quest 3 kind of looks bulkier, as you can see. It's a very kind of clever design of the Pico to make it look, I mean, it is thinner from front on, so from that angle it's thinner, but not so much if you look at it that way. If I took both facial interfaces off, you'd see that the Quest 3 is slightly thinner that direction. So what else have we got here? Have you got is there a headphone jack? I don't think there is. They seem to ditch those these days. You don't get one. No, I can't see any headphone jack. And from memory, I don't think there's one on here. Is there on the Quest? No. Oh no, there is. Is that a headphone jack on that side? Yeah, I think it is. I think that's a headphone jack. Perhaps I should swap camera angles. Let's have a hang on. Let's go. Bear with me. Boop. There we go. My ugly mug. Okay, so Quest 3's got a headphone jack. Pico 4 Ultra hasn't. Definitely prefer the look of the Pico 4. Definitely. Right, let's go have a look at the controllers. So what have we got here? I don't know, maybe the other camera angle was better actually. Let me just switch it back. Apologies. Right. Can't really win, can I? They're both not great. So you've got slightly longer handle, if you want to call it a handle, on the Pico 4 Ultra controller compared to the Quest 3. Let me hold one in one hand and one in the other. Right, close my eyes and just that's interesting, isn't it? Right, so I feel like, I mean, this is a bit difficult because of muscle memory. So I feel like the Quest 3 thumbstick placement feels slightly better, but I don't know whether that's just because that's what I'm used to, or I don't really feel there's an awful lot of difference there. They're very similar. I can't remember what these buttons. I think you got like a screen capture button, a screen record. You got a menu, and then I don't know what the other ones are. I can't remember. But it's weird. Again, when I first picked up the Pico 4 ones, I thought, oh, they felt heavier, but they don't feel an awful amount of difference now. I've got both of them together, but I'll have to get the specs up. I'd be happy with either, to be honest. I prefer the look of the Quest 3 ones for sure. They look like nicer. I think if you've got big hands, you'd really like these Pico ones because it's just a bit more to hold on to. And like I say, they feel a bit more sturdy than they used to do on the older ones. So they've definitely made some improvements there, I think. In these, for disclosure, when I'm talking about weight and stuff, in my Quest 3 ones, I've got the rechargeable battery things to go with the dock. So when we're talking about weights, that's obviously going to have an impact there. But yeah, there's not, if I close my eyes, there's not really a lot to tell between them, and I think they're both pretty cool. And the thumbsticks are the same size. They're actually In fact, the Pico ones might be ever so slightly, I put them up together, I think they're pretty much bang on the same size. The Pico ones might be slightly bigger, but again, it goes to show, you know, before I had the Quest 3 ones up there, I just said they were smaller, but they're actually the same. Right, okay, so I've kind of done enough rambling on now, I think. So first impressions of the Pico 4 Ultra, visually looks better in my opinion than the Quest 3, but that's all just down to your kind of taste. Some people will prefer the Quest 3. This one looks better, it looks slimmer. It feels kind of slightly more lightweight, but I have a feeling the battery, because I've got two batteries here, this is going to last longer than this. And yeah, controllers, I prefer the Quest 3 controllers. So if I could have a mixture of Quest 3 controllers with the Pico 4S Ultra, that would be my preference. So what I'll do is I'll get this video finished. I'll I'll post it. I might post a couple together. I'm going to have a go. I'll need to charge this up for a bit. Then I'm going to give it a go, give it a really good go, and give you my hands-on impression of the Pico 4S Ultra. Thank you for listening to me ramble on, and excuse any slight technical detail difficulties I might have had. Like I say, it's my very first unboxing video. So if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We've got a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and so far I think I'm about 560 or 570, something like that. If you're already subscribing, then thank you for your support. Please do put any comments and give us a like. Always appreciated. Hopefully I'll have some more Pico 4 Ultra content soon, as well as a few other gameplay videos that I have in mind. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.